Hey my friends, it's Big Stu here. Thanks for hanging out with me. Today we have, finally, it's here, Loot Crates, Marvel, Gear and Goods. This is a Spider-Man theme. I've been waiting for this forever. I think it was like, this is ships every other month. And this thing is like, I mean, it's October. You know, came in at, towards, I don't know, 30 week of October, this box came in. And this was, I believe this was for September, if I'm not mistaken. It's supposed to have been out by the end of September. So it was, you know, almost a month late. So anyways, let's hope it's worth it. These boxes are every other month. And they normally cost $35 plus shipping, I believe it is. I'm not sure if I got a discount, but I went ahead and got this box because it's all Spider-Man, and I like Spider-Man. Spider-Man, Iron Man, Hawkeye are probably my three favorite Marvel characters. I also like the Hulk too, and everything. I have different categories for my favorite characters. My favorite mainstream character you would have to say is probably Spider-Man or Iron Man, as far as reading and following them along. Characters as far as, I love Rocket Raccoon as far as space, kind of an oddball type of character. Sorcery and stuff, I love Doctor Strange, as long as it's done right. As far as writing, art style and everything, it's just, over the years, there hasn't been a lot of great artists, I felt like, as my favorite, on it. And, I think the best person to ever do Doctor Strange, Austin, during Englehart's run, all that stuff was good. I had liked that run. Geiss's run was okay, but my favorite was Baccello's run. I think that was really, really good run when Baccello was doing Doctor Strange. It's just his abstract art would just fit perfectly with the tones of Doctor Strange. But he's no longer on Doctor Strange, and I think he only did like 20-something issues when they relaunched it a few years back. Around the first Doctor Strange movie. So it's been a few years back. Anyways, and then, of course, mainstream, I would say if I had to pick somebody, it would be Spider-Man over Iron Man, if I had to pick one of the two. Second tier is Hawkeye. I've always loved Hawkeye. So there's a handful of Marvel characters I like. And of course, I like the Hulk, too. And there's been different writers over the years. Peter David is probably my favorite writer on the Hulk. And then John Byrne's short run on the Hulk, I love that too. I actually did 2 runs on the Hulk. I really loved both of the runs. But my favorite's when he was doing the art also. But anyway, so this is all Spider-Man, not a comic book video. So sorry about talking about comics. Anyway, so let's check this out. I do know we were supposed to get a Scarlet Spider hoodie shirt. And so we'll see what it's like. Okay, opening up the box. I don't want things to fall out. This is kind of like what we got. Spider-Man. And that was the theme through it, which is, you know, the sound of his webs coming out. But it was an all Spider-Man theme box. So I'm going to move it down here. Let's see how that. Okay, first thing we got is one of these backpacks. I'm not a big fan of these backpacks. I usually don't use them and wear them very well. But this is a clever one. Okay, this is the back. It's Spider-Man webbing. And then in the front is Peter Parker's clothes. His books and clothes, like he's in the comics, you know, he changes as Spider-Man. He would web his personal civilian clothes up high on a wall or somewhere, and so it would all stay safe. Nobody could steal it, or it wouldn't get lost, and he could come back for it. So we have like a tennis shoe, a camera, chemistry book, and I guess that's a shirt in there that you can see easily. So, and a couple other little book in it. So it's kind of clever, kind of cool. Of these types, this is probably my favorite. Another good one that they did was the Ghostbusters one a while back in one of the Loot Crate boxes. And my son has that one. But it's pretty good. But it's this vinyl plastic. It's not plastic, but kind of a vinyl thing. But it's just not something I really use. But I might try to find a way to use this, or I might trade this in. But I think it's very clever. and I like this idea. Okay, let's do the shirt. This is thick. This is thick like a sweatshirt thick. Okay, so you have the Scarlet Spider, and it has pockets. So you have pockets, and of course you have a hoodie. I'm not going to put it on now, but I'll wear it when it gets a little cooler for a video, because I will keep it. It's in my size, obviously. And what Scarlet Spider did, who was a clone of Peter Parker in the comics, his name was Ben Riley, and he wore a blue jumpsuit underneath this, like a tight skinned blue suit underneath it. So he didn't just go around sleeveless, but this is what he wore as his emblem. And that was during the Clone Wars they introduced him. He was a clone of Spider-Man that had survived. Okay, so we have those two, and this is good quality. I mean, it's thick, so it'd be way too hot now to wear here in Florida. Okay, Symbiote Spider-Man folding phone stand is what this is. So let's find out what it is. Hang on a minute. I dropped something. Let me go off screen and get it. Hang on. Okay. Oh, this is heavy. Okay. So we have a webbing. This is almost like iron. I'm not saying IRON. Iron Man. Iron. I'm not saying that right. But it feels like that. So, okay, so you would stand your phone in this part, and then he would lean back. Oh, you can't see that. It's too low. Let me lift this up. So you would lean back like that. And then this would be your phone stand. Your phone rests in that. I can't really use my phone because I'm recording this on my phone. But that's how it would go. It's pretty clever, pretty cool. I do like this. Maybe take it into classroom, and I could just stage my phone on my desk off to the side. But anyways, it's very, very heavy. It doesn't seem flimsy at all, but it's kind of like iron casting or something. Kind of like, reminds me of the same material that you would use for one of those little flags holders in your front yard. My wife has a bunch of those, and but it is thick and very, very heavy. Here's a closer look of it. So it's very cool. So you have the black Spider-Man costume. So I do like that. Okay. Just show the pin. Spider-Man pin's pretty cool. Nice. Of course, the bigger boxes always are bigger pins, and of course they have the 2 prongs than the normal single prong and the regular Loot Crate. So it is bigger. Okay, we got that. And we got a poster. And this is what the Scarlet Spider... Oh, I guess it's red, not necessarily blue. He's done blue before, but primarily it's red. My mistake. So that's kind of how he would wear it. So you can see that with the shirt. So, but anyways. So that's who that was modeled after. And this tells you the items that came in the box. And 2 more things. We got a code for the new Spider-Man sweepstakes. I guess it is for the PlayStation Spider-Man game. Came in here. And then there's a poster. Let's see what this poster is. Get my fingers in here and get it out right. So it's not a huge poster. Okay. Artist Matthew Waite. Loot Crate presents Marvel Gear and Goods. Marvel 2018 poster. Okay. This is kind of cool. Okay, so it has all the different Spider-Men from the different versions of Peter Parker, even from different universes. They did even in the Spider-Verse miniseries. That was like multiple Earths, multiple universes that had different Spider-Men. So I see Spider-Man 2099. I see Miles Morales as Spider-Man. Scarlet Spider, regular Spider. Great Britain Spider-Man, Superior Spider-Man, the Noir Spider-Man, Iron Spider. Here's the black costume, Venom type of spider. Here's the punk rocker Spider-Man. Looks like big time Spider-Man, and another Spider-Man I'm not familiar with. But these are all the different versions. So it's it's a little thin. It's not thin as, it's not quite paper, but it's not glossy like a poster is. But it's a different type of paper used. So it could easily rip and all, but it's not super glossy. So that is pretty cool. I like to frame that and put that up somewhere. I don't have a lot of wall space and everything. So let me go over and see what we got here. I can look at the back of the card and we'll see. Okay. So we had the hoodie, which by far is the best thing. And we had the Secret Wars Spider-Man phone stand, the symbiote. And the mini costumes, the Spider-Man poster is called. Spider-Man web pack cinch bag. And then Spider-Man thwip pin. So we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 items in this. I enjoyed almost all of these. There's nothing here I'm immediately thinking of trading. So I do enjoy this. I'm going to give this probably an 8.5 just because I liked it. It's not the greatest thing in the world. But I find it clever. I'd say this is probably the second best box to the Doctor Strange box just because the very first box gave you a robe. And I love that. As far as the quality of this, I think this is very good. And I like that very much. So I'm going to give this an 8.5. The next thing I'm skipping is villains. It's the villain lair. Unless something catches me, they reveal something that I think is really cool. Skipping that. And usually what I do is I cancel. Except for Loot Crate, I keep regular Loot Crate. I will skip it if I don't want it. But these other ones, I will just cancel them and I'll join back in when I'm interested in. I don't want too many things I have to remember to cancel at certain dates. And my son did that and he ended up getting a bunch of boxes he didn't want and everything. So I want to make sure that I cancel it out. And then sometimes I can get discounts to get back in. But my biggest problem is there's not enough themes that really catch me and pull me in and make me want to buy it. So that's it. But I think this is a pretty solid box. Let me know what you think, because I really liked all of this. There's a lot of practical things I can use, things I'm interested in myself personally with Spider-Man. So I thought that was good. So catch you later, my friends. Next box is going to be Cloud City Funko. So I'm excited about that. Something to do with Han Solo and Carbonite. They released a small little tiny image up close. So you know it's Han and Carbonite. I'm hoping it's a scene with him with Boba Fett. That's my biggest hope. But anyways, we won't know until it comes out. So that's going to be our next video. And I'm supposed to get that box, I think, in 2 days. So I haven't even previewed the box myself. So I will catch you later, my friends. Be good. And I'll catch you. Oh, I did wear this older Spider-Man t-shirt. And some of you might remember this from a Spider-Man. I'm trying to think if this was Legacy theme. I don't think this was a Spider-Man theme box. Particular. It could have been. But I got this from one of the Marvel Collector Core boxes that Funko did. Now that Amazon's doing them now. But this was a couple years ago. But anyways, catch you later, my friends. See ya.